Hi, this is MJ from Linus Publications. I decided to start trying to do something new this week. And what I want to do is every Sunday, I want to sort of round up things. And rather than going like we usually do into the trees to find out what's going on, I want to sort of pull us back and look at the forest and start to try and tie many of these things together. So I wanted to start that tonight. Now, what this is going to be called is pretty much the 10th house briefing. And again, I hope to do it every Sunday evening and covering things from that previous week and just rounding it up, making it much more condensed. So and it may not just be from that past week, it may be even from further back, if sort of little ends need to be tied up. One of the first things, and I want to do 3 topics tonight. So they're going to be quick. It's hopefully much shorter than my normal videos. First one I want to look at is Trump and the fall of 2025. That was a video I did, and the title is a little deceiving in that I'm talking about the fall as a season, but I'm also talking about him losing his vitality. So some of the things I mentioned in that video maybe sort of passed by if they really weren't pulled out. Some of the things I was saying, he's going to have fatigue. You're going to start to see him age. You're going to start to see that he has limits. You're going to start to see he's drained of energy. Now, this could also have to do with the fact that he's having that blood issue. It could also have to do with the fact that he starts to get undermined, possibly by people in his administration. We have some issues of fogginess coming in, and we're already seeing that. We also have the fact that he really can't discern the real from the unreal. That's becoming very evident in the way that he was talking about his uncle. Now, one of the things that I perceive might be happening is that you're going to start to see him sort of fade away, almost physically, or a perception of that. Now, this is going to be happening between September and mid-November. So it's about 75 days. And during that time, you may see power plays coming up. Now, when I say he's fading away, it's almost like he's a very distinct personality, full of vitality, but it's almost like you're going to start to see him get drained. And as I was writing this today, I think I'm already seeing that. You start to see that he doesn't have the presence he did, and he sort of seems muted somehow. He's going to be looking older. So that's going to be coming up. And as I noted in some of my other videos, that could be coming in line with J.D. Vance taking on more power. But also, let's come back to another video that I did this week. And this was on Melania Trump being sex trafficked. And again, there's no proof on that. It's going to be hard to get proof. But if that is the case, Trump is going to do everything he possibly can to make sure that this information does not get out. So what's happening with Maxwell? That is very significant. He is going to make sure that she does not talk. Now, as I noted in that video, it's not that Trump actually trafficked her. What happened is one of Epstein's friends probably did to bring her to the States. And she ended up at a modeling agency and also doing other stuff on the side. That's probably maybe how Trump met her. Again, no proof on this. But if that is true, Trump will probably do anything he can not to have that come out. So that's going to be very trying on him. So he will make any type of deal to keep that quiet. Now let me see if anything else I added. Yes. So it can't be proved. I said that. Now, Epstein would probably have known about that, but also Maxwell would have known. So that's why you're probably going to see a lot of stuff come down about Maxwell that you might say, well, why is Trump doing that? he's going against his base. Oh my God. They are going to be, I mean, they may be sort of pushed into line, and say, oh, it doesn't matter. But this is one of the big things that, was really important to them. Now, lastly, one I want to touch on is the video I just did, Como and Mandami. Now, in this case, Como is coming in with, a wealth of experience, but he's also sort of the old god. Mandami is coming in as the new breed of Democrat, the new, generation. So this is significant in who's going to win the New York race, the mayor race. If Mandami wins, it means that Democrats are probably going to change course a little bit. Not that they're going to be getting progressive, but they're going to be taking more of a progressive policies. Now, if Como wins, and I don't think that's going to happen, I'm not saying he's going to, move out of politics. I still think he has a place in politics. But I think with the angles, I think Mandami actually has a good shot. But I haven't checked him against all the other runners either. But this means that, the old god is sort of being pushed to the side. And that's important for a city like New York. Big population. So anything else I wanted to mention on that? Yeah, so there's going to be ripples coming from that race. So that's going to be important. Now, one of the reasons why I thought Mandami was going to move ahead is he's got two significant angles. Como has them too, but not as significant. So what do we mention? Trump and his possible decline in the fall of this year. We also talked about Melania. And again, Melania's situation, she would have been a victim in that case. So, it's the whole situation. I'm not going to, say it's good or bad. I'm just saying what I think the situation may have been. If it is true, then Trump will do anything, probably to protect Melania. Because he does have, a sort of soft spot for her. And that could cause added pressure because of what he needs to provide Maxwell with. And lastly, the New York mayor race. This is going to be important. You're going to know pretty much where the Democrats are going to be pushing or the strategy moving into 2026 and 2028. Whether the new generation is coming in full force or whether the old generation, not so old, but the older generation is still holding reign. Now, I hope you enjoyed this. And again, I'm going to try and do it every Sunday. Sort of round up things and sort of make the really big important points there so we don't lose the forest by trying to look at the trees. Thank you. Have a great day.